Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you are. My name is John, or Last Frontier Bricks, and this is my review of the LEGO Marvel Spider-Man vs. Sandman Final Battle. It is set number 76280, comes with 347 pieces, including 3 figures, and retails for about $38. This is a wonderful expansion pack to the full-size Spider-Man No Way Home Final Battle. Unfortunately, I don't have that set as of yet, but it will probably be one of the next sets I purchase. The front of the box art shows up the full set in its entirety. Plus, I love the addition of the all 3 versions of Spider-Man up here in the top right corner. You see all 3 of your figures in the bottom right corner. Top image shows off the classic Infinity Saga line of characters. Plus a 1-to-1 scale image of the Lizard figure. Left side of the box once again has the Marvel logo with the Infinity Saga comic book style box art. And on the back, once again, you get a full image of the set, and plus quite a few of the features in the set. This box does have the thumb tabs, so you won't be opening this box without destroying it, unfortunately. But once you do get it open, let's see what all we've got here. Got 1, 2, webline all by itself. There's third bag, small sticker sheet with looks like 5 stickers in total, and 1 instruction manual. As usual, we get the CGI recreation of the set. And it once again shows off the ad for paper bags, of which this one does not have any of, plus the Lego Builder app. Jumps straight into the build. There's your list of parts. It shows off exactly what you're supposed to do to combine the 2 sets. Nice that they do that. There's a finished build. And let's see, no other ads for other sets. So, that's everything in the box. Let's go ahead and jump into time lapse of the set, starting right now. Alright, the build is done, and quite an enjoyable build at that. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into the review, starting with the 3 figures. So first off, we have our main man himself, Spider-Man. It is the integrated suit, with a version of Spider-Man, same one as in the No Way Home Final Battle set. And he looks pretty good. Like the red, the black, and the gold really work well together. All the detailing between the webbing and the individual sections broken off. Dual molded legs. No printing on the arms, however. Once again, and the Spider-Man mask looks good. And the back looks pretty good as well. And he does come with a couple web-style power shots. You guys know how these work. Basically, spring-loaded, like the spring-loaded shooters, pull back on shot and it will fire off. It'll go a pretty good distance. So, a very necessary character and a very well done version of him as well. And next up, we have Max Dillon, aka Electro. I never thought we'd get a Jamie Foxx style Electro figure after, not really getting any sets based off of Amazing Spider-Man 1 or 2. But here we are, and I'm happy for it. Love all the detail on his torso with all the straps and stuff, plus the integrated arc reactor there that he seals. Love that they added in the electric style electro mask on the figure. That was definitely one of the nice touches of the from the later trailers, that technically Electro does kind of have his classic style mask. Just a little bit of printing on the legs with a couple of pouches on the legs. It's just the regular legs, no dual molding, no prints on the arms. Of course, his hairpiece looks good. Looks good, but of course it's too small to hide a secondary face, and some more good detailing on the back of the figure. And of course he's got a couple of accessories. Let's go ahead and put those on him. And here's how he looks like with all of his accessories attached. He's got a couple of lightning bolts coming out of his hands using the figure action stand piece, and a one by one yellow plate with the hole in the middle, and then he's got attachments for lightning bolts coming. Essentially coming out of his back, and that's using the same neck attachment as the Iron Spider figures to add on the mechanical arms. And I gotta say, he definitely looks as good as he looks without them. He looks even better with them. So nice touch there. And for our third and final figure, we have the Lizard. Lego's very first version of the Lizard at that. Kinda surprised, I gotta say. Of all the versions that Lego would do the Lizard of first, I never thought it would be the Amazing Spider-Man Lizard, but he looks pretty good for what you get. And the eyes are well done, menacingly. A very menacing looking mouth and smile. Oh, love all the the scaling detail all over like the waist, the legs. You said the printed claws look good on the feet. More of the scaling on the back of both the head and the torso. Oh, good looking tail. There's just one thing I'm a little disappointed about. When I first heard about this set, I always imagined the Blizzard being, a big fig, like Hulk or Thanos. I wasn't expecting to, be getting a minifig version, especially considering how much bigger the Lizard is compared to Spider-Man. And, of course, you take a look at the size comparison of figures, they're basically the same. So yeah, I was really hoping that this would be like a big fig. I know that would bump up the price quite a bit, probably maybe even up all the way up to like $45, but for a big fig Lizard, I would have happily paid that price. So yeah, it's good for what you get. It's just not what I was hoping or expecting. And here is the main build. Of course, the buildable Sandman takes up but quite a bit of space. Is definitely the focal point of the set. But there's actually quite a bit going on besides him as well. Turning it counterclockwise, you see a good sized bit of scaffolding from the reconstruction of the Statue of Liberty. In the back, there's a smaller piece of scaffolding with a fire extinguisher attached to the back, and one large piece of metallic splitting off to the side with one of Doctor Strange's portal was attached to it. And there's a small transparent white attachment that you can use to attach a figure to make it seem as though they are coming out of the portal. The box tends to show the Lizard there, so we'll go ahead and throw him on, and he actually looks pretty good. That's actually a pretty good look. Look, go ahead, detach the Sandman build from the rest of it. It is attached at the bottom with a ball joint which spins 360 degrees. So long as you have the arms adjusted so where they won't bump into the little side builds, you can spin him the full 360 degrees, and basically you get a good look. Basically have the front of this set be wherever you like. So yeah, a very functional look. A very functional look, very functional design. So, like I said, we'll go ahead detach Sandman from the main build so we can get a closer look at him specifically. I do like the print on the for Sandman's face. You can get some. It kind of looks a bit dirty, but it's actually very well done. Like there's a lot of like individual sand particles all around in his eyes, in his mouth, the forehead, the chin, everywhere, and the lines of sand look very good as well. Also notice that the mouth and eyes just kind of look like empty pits in the sand, which is actually a pretty good look. Okay. There are a few stickers on this guy. I got a couple here on the torso, and the three more are on the fingers of the large hand. I honestly thought that the builds for the arms were just gonna be copy paste, which it was until you get to the hands, whereas the left hand is much smaller and uses like the robotic arm pieces for fingers so they can move individually, which is a nice touch. Then you got a much larger hand on the right, where it is very brick built. Honestly, when I first built this section of the hand, I honestly wasn't sure what that was for until I took a look at the box. That is for Spider-Man. And so you can just attach Spider-Man on there, and then kind of... Oh, maybe it's the other way. Let me try the other way. Let's see, there we go. Yeah, that looks a bit better. So yeah, it's for Spider-Man to attach his feet, and then you can close out the fingers and give the impression that Sandman has grabbed Spider-Man. That's a nice touch. All the shoulders are on ball joints, so there's a good amount of movement in the arms. It's got some simpler or more simple attachments for the elbow. Oh, so it doesn't get as much movement, but it does get a good amount. And the wrist is another bolt joint. Same with the other hand. I do like the fact that they use quite a bit of like these. It actually reminds me of the more classic dinosaurs, like from the Johnny Thunder Dino Island series, where it's basically their foot, where it's basically the T-Rex foot, just made as an individual piece. And those guys, you can find those quite around everywhere. Like you got one here on the torso, you got a couple on the side of Sandman's hand, and then they show up a couple of times on the arms as well. So nice. So just the build of Sandman in itself is rather interesting. You also got some of the these elbow pads with a good amount of bulk to him as well. He's a pretty good, pretty bulky build, kind of almost like exactly what you would want out of a buildable Sandman. So yeah, this is a pretty nice. And so yeah, this is a pretty nice build. Also I almost forgot to mention on the tower, you do have a web line for Spider-Man, so you can pull something like that as well. Let's go and get all of the figures on here. Alright, so I got all of the figures on here. Lizard is still coming out of the Doctor Strange portal. I've got Spider-Man on his webline. You do want to be careful, like if you want to get like an action shot like this, don't attach Spidey to the very bottom of the webline. I tried that, but Spider-Man's just heavy enough it just drops right to the ground. And then I got Electro here on the scaffolding, which this really looks really good. I enjoy the look of this thing. And of course, there are a handful of extra pieces. I'll go ahead and grab those guys. So you got an extra web shop for Spidey. Yeah, nothing too crazy outside of that. You do have like a couple of the minifigure stands, one in transparent white, one in gray, and then a couple of extra sand pieces as well. So for about $40, I think this is a great expansion pack for the No Way Home Final Battle set. Again, I don't have that set, but I do believe I will be picking it up in the near future. It depends on depends on like my financial situation, and if I want to try to get like any promotions for Star Wars A, as that is just around the corner. Other than that, and back to the set, this is again, I think this is a great expansion for the No Way Home set. Finally getting the Lizard, meaning you now have all 5 villains is great. I believe this is an updated version of Electro. I don't believe it's the same one, although I do believe that it is the same Spider-Man. The buildable Sandman, again, has great functionality and posability. It's almost like, I almost wonder if you bought 2 of these, you could maybe, custom build, like, a full version of Sandman, similar to like the buildable figures, like Iron Man, Captain America, and the new released Iron Spider and Green Goblin. And so that would be if you could do that, that would be great. Like that would be a great addition to the No Way Home battle. Anyway, for $40, I think it's worth it. I do enjoy this instead, and I do recommend you pick it up. But if you are interested in Spider-Man, or if you already have the main No Way Home battle, once I do pick it up, I will make sure to show off what the 2 sets look like combined, because I think that's gonna look really cool. Anyway, that will be the end of this video. Thank you for joining me for it. If you guys enjoyed it, you know what to do. You can check out some more of my content on the end screen in just a few seconds, and I'll see you all in the next video. Later, everybody.